which brings me to my next question. What impact would you hope that, well, if we're just talking about final approach, what impact would you hope that this book might have on readers?
Well, it's interesting because I did find it a cathartic process to write the book, and I finished it actually. I sort of started it before my father died and finished it after he'd passed away, and it was certainly very helpful in helping me to deal with the very dysfunctional relationship we had, and then his death and the circumstances around that. But what I didn't anticipate was the catharsis that other people might find in reading it. And so, that has really thrilled me and delighted me. And, everybody would wish their book had sold more copies than it does. And I'm sure my book will go on to sell more. But some of the responses I've had make me feel like it's been worth writing it, whatever happens next. And, I've had 3-page letters from people who have said how much it has helped them to sort of identify a family situation of their own, and hearing back about knowing it's not as unusual as they thought it was. And to be honest, I've had quite a few of those. And I did a Lit Fest event in June with Penn Farthing, who's another author on the Claret Press roster, and we were, his book, in a sense, is way more obviously traumatic than mine, with the awful experiences he went through exiting Kabul, and the final days of his time in Kabul and getting the animals out and stuff. But at the event, there was actually a woman who was in tears, listening to my story. She came up to me afterwards, and it was uncanny how much she could relate to about her, what the relationship she had with her own father, right down to the fact that they both had large classic car collections. So, these sort of bullying autocrats, especially if you're a child of the 50s, 60s, 70s. Hopefully things have changed a little now, but it's not as uncommon as you might think. And it doesn't have to be, I was in a sense amazingly privileged, but you can have abuse and control and patriarchal or matriarchal bullying, whatever your family circumstances. And so, to answer the question, what I would wish for is that I can continue to write things that not only help me, but more importantly, mean something, that resonate with other people, and maybe even help them. What more could you want for, really? Wish for?
Yeah.